So good morning, this is Carlos and I'm running to catch a bus, to tell you the truth. After I catch this bus, I will be running with Derek. And I'm not sure where. So it looks as if I just missed the bus. I have another bus at 9:10. I stopped to talk to a neighbor of mine on my street whose son's car was crashed up. I noticed the front was all folded in. But apparently it happened in May. Yeah, I should have got the 850, and now I need to get the 910.
On White Street. Ending PM. Eastern Road.
Oh, Derek, hi.
Who's indoor?
And oh, she didn't want to come. Nah, she just decided she'd go to sleep. So where do you want to run? You want to run back towards Mackenzie or to my house? Because I got an appointment at noon downtown, so it doesn't really matter where I go to because I've got a bus transfer. So I can stop off anywhere and get the bus back. I'm going to be meeting Ken at noon at the Bay Center.
I'll be a second. I'm just gonna put a new shirt on.
Alright, good. I'll wait for you out here.
No point having a comic store. So all the comic stores will go bankrupt because I have no customers.
It's possible. It's like with antique cars.
Yeah.
At one time you could buy an old rusted out Ford, for next to nothing. But now people are giving $2,000 or $3,000 for a car that doesn't even work.
Yeah,
and they fix it up.
that's why I'm buying That's why I'm buying all my comic books now before they
become a collector's item. The only ones that make a lot of money now are the first edition Superman, Batman, Marvel and DC comics.
They'll even get higher.
Yeah. Okay, so we're almost at Sabrina's. This is the shortest way from your house to her house.
Well, her old house.
Doesn't she live there anymore?
No, the person sold the house.
Oh, I thought she was living in her parents' house.
No.
No.
She's living at Walmart. Well,
Just along here.
west. Yeah, right here.
Yep.
But she moved. Person no one lives there now.
Press the button.
Only the person that bought it.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. They get the tenants out, and then they get the builders in. And when they fix it up, then they sell it for a lot of money.
Or they don't even have to build it.
I think we're next.
They don't even have to do anything to it. They can just sell it still for a lot of money.
Yep. I got the auto pause on the app today, which means that if we stop to chat to anybody, it'll stop the clock. So today we'll just get an accurate timing for our run. Every now and then it'll say workout resumed and workout paused. Yeah, I'm kind of overdressed for this temperature. But I wasn't sure if it was going to be raining later on when I go and see Ken.
He's friends with Al Howie.
He was, yeah. They used to run together a lot. Well, they didn't race. He used to train in Oak Bay, and I think Ken used to live in Oak Bay.
Al Howie used to live in Oak Bay.
Yep. He lived opposite the Eric Martin on B Street. So it's nice and quiet now. Hello. But it's going to seem very short, this run for you, even though it's going to be 11 kilometers, because the closer we get to home, the more familiar it's going to seem. You're going to say, oh, I know this bit. I've done this bit before. Hi. But there is the Selkirk trestle. It looks different from this side, doesn't it? Don't normally see underneath it because we're on top of it. So we've done about 2.5 kilometers now. So we've got about
Don't worry about it.
no,
That's what you told me.
no. You shouldn't worry about the case. Just try and make sure you're in the comfort zone, and you can go all day. So this water fountain is switched off. Up on it. That's where I used to do a dragon boat from that dock over there.
Is Frank still doing that?
Yeah, I think he is. He went out and bought himself a paddle. I mean, it must be pretty serious because those paddles
That's
cost,
$300.
well, not quite that much. I think 150. Basic paddle. But it's like anything else, you know, when you're working, that kind of money you can spend without even noticing it. I still haven't got my pension. It's already 3 months late. I should have got my first pension check in September. This guy looks as if I should know who he is. But maybe not. Hello. Do you think he knew me, or do you think that was just a friendly hello?
Just friendly.
He must be in the glory zone. This is quite a good pace for you, Derek, if you want to slow down a bit. Now that we're on the flat, you can save some energy. Here, hold this. What, do you think it's better to take that girl or that guy? It's normally that girl that gets the picture, so this time I'm going to take a picture of that guy. Well, maybe I'll take her as well. All right. Thank you. I think he's too busy thinking about Donald Trump. I mean, Trudeau has to deal with Donald Trump now. Your shoes are a bit squeaky today. Yeah. No? I can hear something.
It's yours.
Nah.
Once I find a new job,
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna screw Montana's over.
You're going to screw them over? What do you mean by that?
Oh, because they were saying when I was off for 2 weeks, they were saying how hard it was.
They missed you, that's why, because you're a good worker.
Well, they were having a hard time. They were really struggling.
Yeah.
And if I quit again, I'm thinking they have to give me so much holiday pay back that they're going to have to...
They're going to have to go and get money out of the bank for you.
Well, they're going to be short on labor.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I
They'll
mean,
get it back.
it's just a job.
What?
It's just a job.
Yeah.
You can get a better job.
Well, they can get all their labor, just move customers back. They're busy enough. Them giving me a $1,000 holiday pay is okay.
I don't think it'll be that much. They'll give you time off in lieu of paying you. They'll say, okay, Derek, you can stop right away and we'll pay you for one more week.
Well, why I'm thinking of 1,000 is because if I work there for 4 more years, starting now, then maybe 1,000.
I don't know. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched.
That's right.
Don't think that you're going to get that money because it might never.
Well, not till top end. Because Neptune can get really expensive. So, if I'm not going to buy a comic store, I was thinking of buying the Jackal pup.
I could be barman.
What's that?
I'll be the barman.
What's that?
The barman. The barman.
The barman.
Yeah. If you open a pub, I could be the man pulling the beers.
You'd be the owner.
The owner. Oh.
I'd be the co-founder?
The staff.
Or the co-founder?
Yeah. You could be my partner.
We have
Business partner.
Swingins Honey Lager on tap. Dark Matter on tap.
What about Blue Buck?
Like,
No? What about Lighthouse? You going to have Lighthouse?
Lighthouse on tap. And then one more beer because not too many.
Guinness.
Oh God, no.
You got to have Guinness. I guess you got Dark Matter.
Yeah, but Guinness is not really Guinness here. In Ireland, it's totally different.
Yeah, you're probably right. I did try it in Ireland. Yeah, I must admit it looked different. The head was much deeper and creamier, and it left different bubbles on the glass. You know how when you drink it, it leaves lines?
Yeah.
Well, those lines were there. You could tell how big each time I took a swig, you could see it go down by, that much. And there was another line. And then I'd take another swig and it'd go down that much. And there'd be another line.
Oh, it'd be Heineken
Heineken.
on tap. Heineken in the can is disgusting. But I love it.
Yeah.
And if they turn it on filtered, it's even better.
Well, it's an international beer. Everybody in the world knows Heineken. Have you ever heard of a beer called Dortmund? Dortmund Union? Comes in a can with a blue label. or a bottle.
30 seconds. Distance 5 kilometers. Workout average pace 7 minutes 30 seconds per kilometer.
There you go, 7:30. Bang on. I think he's too busy thinking about Donald Trump. I mean, Trudeau has to deal with Donald Trump now. Your shoes are a bit squeaky today. Yeah. No? I can hear something.
It's yours.
Nah.
For more women survivors.
The men in what? The Titanic?
Yeah.
Because they had more body fat. They kept warmer in the water.
Well,
Why?
this, women and children went first.
Oh, I see. So they were on the lifeboats.
Yeah, more than the men.
Yeah.
Men were the ones that had to stay. Most of them had to stay on.
On the ship.
Yeah.
Like the crew. Apparently the orchestra kept playing as the boat went down.
They even have that, actually, the recordings,
Really?
the real recordings of the violins.
Interesting. So we're getting towards the Swan Lake trestle. We've done 2 trestles. Well, we will have done. With the little glockenspiel, we would have done 3 wooden bridges. We could call this one the 3 bridge run. No?
7:30 run.
7:30? Oh, you mean the pace? All right. We'll call it the 7:30 pace run. Or shall we do it in miles?
Do the miles, just to make it look better.
For my thousands of American fans? Well, 7:30 pace is about a 12-minute a mile. About a 12-minute mile. But I don't know about you, but we should be able to run like this all day if we had to.
Once it's warmed up.
Yeah, as long as there's not too many hills, we could cover a lot of distance. Have you ever heard of a shop called the Mountain Equipment Co-op?
I think so.
It's on Government Street downtown.
Yeah, I have.
Well, they do a run along here every year. They have a 5K, a 10K, 15K, that kind of thing.
Well, they're probably going to do it.
Yep, well, obviously the City of Victoria gave them permission to do it because they charge. It's not like a free event. They charge you $15 or $20 to enter. Plus there's all that free publicity.
I could do it for free.
Yeah, I know. That's my theory, you know. I can run whether I'm in a race or not. It doesn't bother me. I can run for free. I don't have to pay to go and run. But some people need that motivation. They need to say, right, I got to get serious. I got to race in 8 weeks. That kind of thing. And then they train a little harder. And then after the race, they stop. So this is our first little walk break. We shouldn't really have to walk on a flat, Derek, but because
No, I know.
because there's no hills, you know, if you need to take a break, you need to take a break. Where do you want to start running again?
I'm not really trained.
No, we've just gone a little further or just now.
44
Here we go.
minutes, 39 seconds, 50, 6 kilometers.
We've just done
Look out, average
6.
pace, 7 minutes, 26
Oh, 7:26. That's a little faster than 7:30. So we've earned this break. We've earned this little walk break.
Workout resumed.
We could start running again when we reach that woman who's coming towards us. You watch, she's going to stop and go the other way. We'll never catch her. So this is the Swan Lake Trestle. It does have another name, but most people call it the Swan Lake Trestle. It's like Bay Street. The Bay Street Bridge, everybody calls it Bay Street Bridge, but in fact it's the Point Ellis Bridge. It's the Ellis Bridge.
Auto pause.
That's what it's called. All right, I'm almost
Workout
set.
resumed.
Hi. Okay. We're off again. They probably changed the name of the street from Ellis to Bay Street.
They opened up the Capital 6 again.
Have they?
But then they put in new comfortable seats in.
Yeah.
Just to make,
So they could charge more.
yeah, exactly. What a bunch of greedy son of a bitches.
Well, I think what happens is that with everybody streaming movies on their computers, they had to make it a better experience. They had to make it something more comfortable with surround sound and
I think $2
3D.
extra. They're charging only $2 extra when they could be charging $7 more. But if they can't charge,
They want to fill the seats.
yeah. So that's why they go down to 12. But if they can't do 17 a movie and only 12, then you might as well just say 10
Or you could say free popcorn.
or that.
And then you get all these people just filling up on popcorn. So this is where where Graham and I quite often finish our run. At Quadra. Hi. You get the first view of Mount Doug. That's how far we have to run, Derek. Hello. It's funny, that guy usually says hello to me. And today when I say hello to him, he didn't say a word. No. How rude. Because we've still got a couple of hike sections to come. When we're on Mount Douglas Crossroad, there's a pretty bit steep hill there. Save our energy for the last little bit. Hello.
Hi.
She had 3 children. One hanging from her chest, one underneath the stroller in the back seat, and the other one on the front seat.
This is very pretty.
What?
The mom is very pretty.
Well, yeah, she is. Somebody's a lucky man. There's a nice view. Mount Douglas. From here, it looks like... Did you ever see Robin Hood? The Robin Hood, the TV show.
Nope.
Well, there was a guy called Friar Tuck.
Right.
Friar Tuck, yeah.
Well, he's a monk.
Yeah, that's right. And he had that haircut. Either that or he was bald. And he had just hair around the sides. like a little donut shape. That's what Mount Doug looks like. Friar Tuck's head. Hair around the sides, bald on top.
I think they said Friar Tuck was from Robin Hood.
He was. He was Robin Hood's right-hand man. Quite a lot of people who have quite well-trained dogs that they say, instead of saying no, they say leave it. If the dog gets a little interested in jumping up on me, the owner would say leave it. And at first, I was offended because I was thinking, what a cheek. She's calling me an it. Leave it. But to a dog, leave it just means don't touch.
Yeah.
Like if it was a piece of crap, horse crap. Some dogs eat that. They pick it up. So the owner would say, leave it. And the dog would understand what that meant. But if you say no, and then smack the dog, you know, it's giving them a bad message. And when they do something good, you should always encourage them. That's why whenever I see a dog, when I see a dog that's behaving well, I always say, good dog, just in that tone of voice. And they know they're not going to bark at me because I've said something nice. But if I said, don't bark, don't bark at me, the first thing they're going to do is go, wah, 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 wah. Hang on.
They're thinking you're saying exciting words.
Yep, thank you. But it's true, it's always the tone of voice. When we get to those posts, we walk to the top. Have we done this run together?
Oh, I lost track.
I don't think we have, because we used to meet at Quadra, or we used to meet at the drinking fountain. Yeah, I know you're not going to get lost from here, but I can catch the bus. The worst thing would be if I get just along here and see the bus go by, because then I know I got too long to wait. Maybe I should go down towards Felton, because that way I can get the 27, the 28. Here I think it's only the 39. Okay, so Derek, this is where I leave you. I hear a bus. Here comes the bus. Bay Center?
It's the Bay Center?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. Didn't it used to be called the Eaton Center?
They did.
Ah,
He's
that's
put out of business.
That's it.
There you go.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
You just got out of the bus.
I just got off the 28. I've just been running back from Esquimalt.
Oh, see, I used to have vehicles. I haven't had any vehicles for a long, long time.
Did you have a driving license?
I don't want them. I had van, cars, and I had a truck, and I've been all through that, and I don't want it anymore. So
Did we go out this way?
No, the elevator.
Ah.
So the So I have a bus pass, and they tell me I'm green. All the drivers always say it's green to have a bus pass.
Well-
I think I'm helping a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. Well, you're not using a car, which is good. They
And I
showed a
saw-
picture once of a street full of cars, and then they showed the same number of people on one bus. If the bus was full, you could have got rid of all those cars that filled the whole street.
And, I just
Are you vegetarian, Ken?
no, just eat whatever's around. You know Rob Willie, Robert Rob.
Yes.
Okay, I'll introduce you. Come say hi, Rob. How are you? Do you know this guy? You know this guy?
Yes, he
he's a
does.
famous runner. This guy.
Yes, he stood me up today. I was running with Derek, and I said, "I wonder if Rob's going to show up."
Well,
And
no,
he's,
I can't work all the time. I can work every
Oh, so you know each other?
we know each other from Facebook.
Oh, okay. You were in jail together, maybe.
We were in jail. together.
Okay, that's where you know each other from.
Well, we came here for lunch, believe it or not. We've been running with, I've been running with Derek. I'm trying to get this group together. You, me, him, and Derek
Oh,
for the Harriers 8K.
oh.
Right.
That's on January the 8th.
I'd have to ask for that day off, like ahead of time.
I don't want to receive thanks. Okay.
So a cup of soup and a quiche and vegetables and a bun. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is this okay, or?
Oh, this is fine, yeah.
Okay.
It's incredible that you should have picked this place because I've been trying to get in touch with Rob face to face
For a
for
long
so long.
time?
Yeah. Let me just
Yeah.
get some cutlery. I need a spoon and.
Here.
Oh, good. But I still need something for my pie.
Yeah.
My quiche.
Quiche?
Yeah.
Must have eggs in it then.
It does.
Quiche has eggs.
There was a book in the 80s called Real Men Don't Eat Quiche.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do they eat?
I don't know, I suppose.
Moose meat. maybe.
Moose meat, yeah. Bear meat.
Oh, look at this.
What?
That's different.
Maybe it's supposed to do that.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
No. That was-
You got a
Oh, well.
defective seat?
As long as it supports me, I guess it's all that matters. Yeah, he was part of our group. We were, this guy Mario, he was one of the run leaders, and there was Winona. Winona was the sort of an impromptu club like the Flying Y. They always had a Flying Y in Victoria, so back since the 20s or 30s. Archie McKinnon took the team to the Olympics, Berlin Olympics.
Was that the one that they boycotted? Because the
No,
Americans
no.
boycotted it or something?
No, that was Hitler was there. That's the last Olympics they had before the Second World War. 36.
Okay.
And
I got you now.
there was no Olympics.
That was the
in,
one that Jesse Owen won, the 100
Yeah.
meters.
Yeah, and then there was no, and then 40 the war was on, 44 the war was on, and so the next one was 48 in London.
Yeah.
But the Flying Y went there, the swim team and some of the runners, like some runners from Victoria.
Really?
And, yeah, and
Were you born in Victoria?
yeah. I'm a third generation. My grandparents came here in 1907, and
Wow.
so so anyway, and then there's been different Flying Y clubs over the years, and it was never regarded as like a club like the Prairie and Harriers, a competitive. It wasn't that kind of a club. They were slower runners. They were more like joggers. A jogging.
And it was more
club.
like a drop-in.
Yeah,
People could just show up and.
a jogging club, and they weren't highly competitive like the Prairie and Harriers.
Yeah.
And at that time, they went down. The Harriers went down, and they won that Lewis to Clark relay that went across Oregon, Washington, Oregon. It was a trail, a 100-mile or 80-mile trail or whatever. And there was a relay race. It was called the the Lewis and Clark Trail, and it's to do with American history.
Yep, I remember. I was watching a documentary about that.
And they went down, and the Americans, they thought, oh, these guys from Canada, like they're no good, but they beat everybody. They won the relay. You should talk to Bob Reed about that.
I was going to ask you, did Bob Reed go to
He was
Al
there.
Howie's funeral?
Yeah, no. They weren't good friends. They never got along very well together.
It's funny how I noticed that as well. Whenever I was talking about Al Howie, Bob used to shut up. He never used to join in.
He said he was a mooch because he always wanted to go in the races for nothing. He always wanted to.
Well, that's not really fair, is it?
Well, Bob said everybody else has to pay to go in the race. Why shouldn't Al? That was his outlook. But that was a sore point with Bob Reed, that
He felt that Al was a bit of a moocher.
a mooch. Yeah, he said he should pay to go in the races just like everybody else. But anyway, no, there wasn't too many. It's a shame there wasn't too many runners there. It's a shame. You see, Al turned a lot of people off. There's a lot of people that they didn't like him at all. And
Do you think it might have been something to do with his accent, his Scottish accent?
no, he was demanding. He was very aggressive and very demanding.
Well, I think
And,
a lot
he
of that
complained a
aggression
lot.
was because he'd have to explain things twice because he'd say something and they wouldn't understand what he said.
Oh, well, maybe that was it.
And he said it to me once. He said, I don't mind talking to you, Carlos, because you understand the Scottish accent. Most of the Canadians, when I speak in my Scottish accent, I have to keep repeating myself.
Well, anyway, so that was the thing with Bob Reed. And then there was another guy that he even wanted to kill him. And he was in the Victoria Fire Department, a guy called Doug Gregory. Not
Oh,
Dick
I know
Gregory.
him.
Doug Gregory. And
Dick's brother.
Huh?
Dick's brother.
Dick Gregory, the American comedian.
Oh, no, okay. There were two firefighters,
Oh,
and they used to be based out of the fire station on Michigan Avenue.
oh yeah?
And one of them was called Gregory, I'm sure.
That was Doug Gregory.
He wanted to kill Al Howie?
He hated Al. I don't know why. What the thing was between those guys.
Must have been over a woman.
Yeah. And so and he was a big, tough, strong guy. And I said to Al, don't ever get in a. Al said, well, I could handle him. And I said to Al, don't ever get in a fight with Doug Gregory because it's not going to have a happy ending.
Well,
And he never
Al was
did.
pretty slight. He never
But
really...
he was a little bulldog, and he wouldn't back down. That's the way he was. But anyway, so it was. So actually, there was a lot of people there that weren't connected to the running at all. There were relatives and friends and acquaintances, but not running people. Like the only real running people that were there were
Chris?
Rob Grant, Chris Garrett Petts, Christine Thate.
Did Mo go?
No. Myself. Who the runners there was? Okay. Rob, Chris, me, Christine Thate, Joanne Cohen, and I don't know who else. There really wasn't and so I thought some of the runners would have gotten up and contributed, like a small eulogy or something.
Yeah.
I did. I said
I
a
felt
few
bad
words.
about not going.
It's hard to get up there.
Yeah.
It was hard for us to get a ride up there. We finally did get a ride, Chris and I, with this strange woman. Who didn't have any oil in her car, and she almost blew the engine up on top of the Malahat.
Oh, wow.
And we were late. And Claudia warned me. Claudia said to me, she said, Claudia knew this woman. She said, you better not come with her because you never know what's going to happen with this woman. And sure enough,
She's a walking disaster area.
yeah. Monica, she was a real looker. Boy, she walked into that Y, and everybody would forget what they were doing right away. She was the daughter of the guy that owns the dealership on.
Yeah, he passed away. Frank really passed away about
Frank?
6-7 years ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and they own the All Fun Recreation. Is it still there, that All Fun Recreation?
Yeah, the motorcycles
yeah,
aren't there. but
yeah,
there's-
okay.
There's a go-karts and there's
they had a race there.
driving range, a batting cage.
Well,
and
the race either finished or started there,
Yeah.
because I was in it. I remember going.
but was
in
it a
that
trail race or a road race?
It was a road race. Yeah.
Okay,
we didn't
'cause
have too
it
many.
backs
Oh, I
on
was
to-
thinking the Panorama Leisure Center, they put on a race there, a triathlon there.
Oh yeah.
There's a 500-meter pool swim.
Oh.
Then a 20K
And I
bike.
believe they used to do a bit of trail running as
Yeah.
well, part of the course. And the Hatley Castle, remember that one?
Yeah, that was that evolved out of the old Admiral Nelly's, the 4.2 one.
Is that what it was?
The military, when Royal Roads was a military college.
I think
Did you do that one, Rob?
Chris
Way back
Garrett
in the
Petts won that one
40 years
year.
ago?
Maybe, yeah.
Chris
It-
Garrett Petts won that race, the Nelly.
He did?
Yeah, that one and the seawall in Vancouver. He asked him once what were his best
He
race.
won the Seawall race in Vancouver?
I think that's when he was running his best.
Wow, he must have been good because
He's still around. He's on Facebook too. He's still around.
Yeah, no, we know him quite well from
But
Facebook.
to win that race, I mean, they're really fast. They get some of the best runners in Canada go on that Seawall
But
race.
Chris now he just runs half an hour at a time most mornings, but
Oh yeah.
he delivers papers still.
Yeah,
so
I
that
know
keeps
about
him
that,
keeps
yeah.
him out of
He'd
trouble.
be in the 70s by now, wouldn't he? Or
I don't think he's quite as old as that. He's probably my age.
Mm-hmm.
He might be 65.
Yeah.
He took early retirement. Or they laid him off. I'm not sure.
yeah.
Did they lay him off?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
He had a job for the BC government, I believe.
Oh yeah. Yeah. he's-
Back in the days of Glenn Clark. Do you remember him?
Oh yeah.
The NDP?
Now, my first race ever did started at UVic. You ran that Mount Tommy down the other side, and the finish was on top of Mount Doug.
Wow.
The Twin Peaks 10K.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Wow.
And they only did it from about 1986 to about 1988, 89.
Wow. I
Yes, yes,
remember
everyone
Al
died.
Howie did the Mount Doug 14 times.
Yeah.
He ran up and ran down 14 times. I think he called it his vertical marathon or something.
Yeah.
Is what marathon?
Vertical marathon.
Vertical marathon, yeah.
Because you got like, I think 250 meters of elevation each time you go up.
I
And
think
he
he
went
did
up
it 20
14
times
times.
too. Didn't
20
he? Or 30
times.
times or something. Good. Sri Chimnoy was here and he wanted to impress.
And they had the torch, the torch of the
Yeah.
peace torch or
Yeah.
something like that.
So, do you have to go back to work?
A couple minutes.
Oh, gee.
We have chopped the back legs off a mule here.
That was fun.
It was,
Yeah,
and you know we've managed to kill 2 or 3 birds with one stone
But we know a
today.
lot of people, like,
Oh, I don't kill birds. It's not nice for the environment.
No, it's not nice for the environment. But the thing is, you see, now I've met Rob.
Anyway, we're going chugging along, going out sheltering towards Mount Doug, and we got out somewhere way out there by Home Depot.
Yeah, University Heights.
Yeah, University Heights, and these 3 young yahoos come screaming around the corner in this hot rod car,
Yeah.
and almost killed us. And Al stopped, and he's, and
And they wanted to get out the
yeah,
car.
and they were going to stop and come, and we both gave them the finger, and we were yelling at them, and Al said, yeah, this is what we need, is a really good punch-up right now. But anyway, we kept running, and they never came back, those 3 guys.
I saw that kid on Lambrick Park yesterday. Yeah, in the wheelchair. I think he's got cerebral palsy. Something like cerebral palsy.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a shame, but the people who are born with a birth defect like that, it's not their fault, you know. They had no control over how they were born.
yes.
It's true. People have very little sympathy for people with physical disabilities. They often
Yeah.
think, well, it's their own fault, you know. They must have been drunk and had a crash. We're going to go up one now.
Yeah, I have one of my first cousins is mentally challenged,
Yeah.
or developmentally challenged. So
Well, Down syndrome, that kind of thing.
no, it's something else.
Cerebral palsy, muscular
it's something-
dystrophy,
right from the time she was a small child, and she can't have
cystic fibrosis.
she can't have children, and she has facial hair, and you know, it's a terrible
She must
thing.
have had a really hard childhood.
Yeah, she did, and so I know a bit about that.
Well, I used to be in the home care business. I used to work for an agency. I used to have to visit people with physical and mental challenges.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I have a lot of sympathy for people with
you're
disabilities.
sympathetic.
Of course. Of course I am. It's how the society treats the least fortunate in the world. That's what they're going to judge us on. They're not going to judge us about all our educational system. It's how we treat the less fortunate. That's how they're going to judge us as a society.
And that's how the people will remember Trump. You see how he does this time.
Anyway,
He's not big on climate change. That's what people seem to be upset about.
I don't think he's very well informed on anything, basically.
What's going to happen?
I'm going to go over this way and catch the 28 back
Okay,
home.
well, I'm going to get the bus back to...
Let's meet at Joe's store on Thursday at noon.
Thursday noon, running room.
And I'll bring my coupon and I'll buy a pair of shoes. And then they won't be able to tell us to leave. Because
then-
I'll actually be a customer.
And that guy that nobody likes, his face will all light up.
Oh, no.
He'll get another sale.
He'll probably take his break. He'll take a break. Okay.
Okay, see ya.
Bye-bye, Ken. Well, that was interesting. That was very nice. Bit of a schmooze session. Bye-bye.